back for another episode. Today we are going to be doing our mob spawners, mob farms, what else can we call it? Item farm, XP farm. We're going to be doing everything. I'm going to try to get as much as I can out of this. We're going to be using auto spawners from, I should already know this, but I don't, Mine Factory Reloaded. And we're going to be using autonomous activators, again from, or no, it's from thermal expansion. And we're going to be getting items, and we're going to be getting XP, all from the same setup. So the first thing we want to do is we want to make auto mob spawners, and the recipe for that is as follows: 2 emeralds, factory machine, magma cream, sugar, nether wart, plastic. So let's do that now. I'm going to make 4 of these because I already have 4 rooms set up. And 3, 4, 2, 3, 4. If you've got 4 rooms, oh, I forgot to grab something. My factory machine block. If you've already got 4 rooms set up, why not use them? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Plastic. 4, 3, 4, 4, 4, and another wart. So there's our auto spawners. Okay, so our auto spawner. I'm gonna place this down here, and then if you right-click this guy, it actually runs off of Mob Essence and RF. So both those items. And what we're gonna need is we're gonna need a safari net, a multiple use safari net, not a single use safari net. If you put a single use safari net in there, it will not work. So I am going to finish setting up, this room right here. And basically this is a 9 by 11 room times 4 with this little track in the middle, which I'll explain in a second, but I just want to fill up this place. So that's not right. Doesn't matter, we'll fix it in a minute. What we're going to need also is signs. So we're going to put signs right there. Nothing on it. Like so. And we're just going to stack them one after the other. Okay, so now we're going to get our autonomous activators. Autonomous activator recipe is as follows: tin gear, redstone reception, piston, and chest. So chest there, piston there, gears there, and there we have our autonomous activator. So we're gonna set up our autonomous activator right here. Okay, and we're gonna do the same thing for all of them. Oh, are you serious? You need a fucking gas tier for that shit? Safari net?
Yeah.
Aww. Actually, I got 10 of them. Okay, so we're going to make reusable safari nets, and it will become apparent later on. But to make reusable safari nets, that is the recipe. And remember, it's got to be reusable. Do not make the single-use safari nets. So let's put these guys away for now. Now we're going to need a magmatic dynamo. A magmatic dynamo is going to power everything. And we are going to need power. So let's get on that. So now we're going to make, you guessed it, tesseracts. It's going to be a recurring theme because I love tesseracts. They are so multifaceted. So that's the recipe for the tesseract. Let's get on that right now. And I'm going to need 5. Which isn't too bad considering for the Enderium there are pools of resonant ender. just lying around. So there is our 5 Tesseract frames. Now what we want to do is turn it in from a frame to a Tesseract, but first we've got to fill it up with Resonant Ender. So I will be back. I'm going to finish making the Tesseracts. You guys don't need to see that again because you've seen it so many times. Okay, so the next thing we're going to make is we're going to make conveyor belts. Now I'm going to use the conveyor belts instead of water for a certain part of the trap or the mob farm, item farm, XP farm, whatever you want to call it. But I'm going to use the conveyor belts and water mixed together instead of just straight water like most people would do. Not too hard to make. Train tracks, iron, and some redstone. So, oops, wrong button. Let's make these. And then we'll put this back into my inventory. Or maybe I'll hold on to it in case I need some more. So I'll meet you back up at the mob farm. Okay, so if you notice, there's like a valley in the center. And what we're going to do is instead of using water, we're actually going to use these conveyor belts. And we're going to run it all the way to the autonomous activator. So we'll put this here, like so, and there's an arrow on the side saying it's going the wrong way. Okay, so we'll place the conveyors, and we know which way it's going by these arrows on the side. And we're pretty much going to do that for all the rooms. So the conveyor belt straight to the autonomous activator right there. And the good thing about these conveyor belts that I like is you don't need any energy or anything to power them. They just run. Okay, so the next thing we're going to need is vacuum hoppers. The reason why we want vacuum hoppers is because it has a dual function. It actually collects XP as well as items. So let's get on that right now. The recipe for the vacuum hoppers, if I remember correctly, is obsidian, a hopper, and ender eye. And here we have our vacuum hoppers. And the reason why it's called vacuum hoppers is because it actually sucks items into it. So it doesn't wait for them to fall into the hopper. Now where am I going to put this bitch? Alright, so we have our vacuum hopper here. We have our item duct in the bottom. And we have our pressurized fluid duct to the side. So basically, I just wanted to show the GUI for this vacuum hopper and how I'm going to set it up, and then I'll do it off screen and actually run the pipe and everything. So basically you want to right click the vacuum hopper itself. Let's get rid of that. And then if you click on the XP, it shows you the different sides of the vacuum hopper itself. You right click and hold to move the hopper around, and that's the different sides. And then you left click to actually place the XP output. So let me just, I never really know which way. That one would be the XP output, yes. And now you see that the output's actually connected to the fluid pipe. And then we'll do the same for the inventory. And now it actually gives us the output for the XP, so it becomes easier to pick which one is going to be the item output. And I don't know why it's not showing it as accepted, but that's okay. We can use Ender IO item pipes if this one isn't going to work. And that's pretty much it. So I'll be back when it's all done. So we've got the vacuum hoppers all set up. We've got our fluid duct. We've got our item duct. We've got our servos on. I've got a Tesseract collecting the XP. I've got an ender chest hooked up directly to my inventory for the items. And then we're going to take our auto spawner. We are going to put it here. And we've got our RF power. And we've got our mob essence coming in to power the mob spawner. Very important. It needs the mob essence that I've been collecting. So let's go and do that in all the other rooms. Okay, this is going to get a little bit confusing. I'm going to try to do it in order. So basically we've got our mob essence tank here that we need to, let me just check something here real quick, that we need to use to power the auto spawners. And I've got a tesseract here. And we've already got items and lava on channel 2 and 1. So we're going to make a separate channel for the mob essence. We're going to be channel 3, and this is always going to be on. And we're going to put that to channel 3. And as always, I like to just shut these all off. And we'll go into fluid mode, and it's going to be sending fluid. And that's disabled already. Oops. And then we will turn this on. So there we go. And now what we're going to do is we're going to go up to the, so now we have our sister tesseract here, and this is the one that's going to the auto spawners, the mob spawners. So we're gonna hook up to frequency 3, shut all these off, and it's gonna be receiving fluid. And so I know it's kind of dark, a little hard to see, but the pipes are green. So the mob essence is going through, and if we go and check out our auto spawner, we can see that the essence bar is full, which is exactly what we want, and it's sending it to all the spawners. Now we've got to set up the tesseract for the XP. So this tesseract here is set up to pull all the XP from the vacuum hoppers, and I'm just going to turn all these to activate without red signal, and I'll be right back. Okay, so we're going to set up another channel on this tesseract for the XP, and we'll just shut all this off, and then it's going to be sending fluid, and we'll call this 4, and we'll call it XP. So we got our mob essence coming in. Now let's go and excuse me, let's go to our XP tank, which I have underneath my bath / pool, and we'll put some, oops, some pressurized fluid conduit there, and let's dig out the top here just a little bit, and then we want pressurized fluid conduit coming up here, right there, and just like that. And then we're going to set this to receive the XP. So receiving fluid 4, beautiful. And then we'll just turn this to on without redstone. So all of our fluids are set up. I do have another tesseract here, which is going to power the magmatic dynamo, which is going to power everything with RF. And I've got this ender storage chest here that's connected to my main storage chest to collect all the items, and we should be good to go. I'm just gonna go and get my reusable safari nets and start collecting some animals, and I'm just gonna close this up for now since we're okay. Another thing you want to do is, I've explained it before, the autonomous activators, they are basically players in the world, and they'll do left clicks or right clicks. So what you want to do is you want to give it a sword, and I can go through more options through this, but for now we'll just put one sword in, and we will left click as if it was a player trying to hit something. And then we're going to do that for all the autonomous activators. And then you can put your swords in the enchanting tables and give them perks and stuff like that. Like sharpness and things like that. Or like a loot advantage. So we're just going to give that guy a sword and set it to left click. And it's already on ignored, that's good. Oops. And one more guy. I think it was this guy over here. Yes, and left click. So the autonomous activators have their sword. Now what we're going to do is we're going to put the safari net right here, and we're going to keep doing that throughout. So that was a zombie safari net, and then if we go in here, we'll put the spider safari net, and then go into this guy and put the skeleton safari net. And there's this guy here.
That's crazy.
And the cow safari net. Alright, so we're going to make the one tesseract that's feeding the magmatic dynamo. We're going to put it on channel 1, the lava channel. So we'll set that. And as you can see, the magmatic dynamo is getting its lava. Oh, I heard a cow. So what's happening now is we're just not getting enough power to the machines. Oh, let's try to get one. But we can always augment the magmatic dynamo, or we can put another one. And actually, if we go down, you'll see that the cow that got killed, the leather is going through. And we're probably going to have to do a couple kills before we get any kind of decent XP that I can show you in the tank. So the zombie goes through, the autonomous activators killing the zombie, and there's the zombie brain right there, and the zombie head, and there's the meat. And that's pretty much it. Like I said, we could actually put another magmatic dynamo, or we could augment the one that we have. And I just wanted to show you that my XP tanks are filling up with XP from the XP farm, item farm. Excuse me, XP farm, item farm, all that good stuff. So we're actually getting two things out of one application, and all we really got to do is give it a sword every once in a while. And that's pretty much it. I hope you enjoyed the episode. I will see you on the next one. Okay guys, before we finish this episode, I just wanted to I guess let you guys know exactly why we're trying to collect XP. Items is simple, it's obvious. This is our XP tank, okay? Different from our mob essence tank. XP, mob essence is different. So here we have a little bit of a shower. We have our tank from Open Blocks. We have our XP shower from Open Blocks, and we have our XP tanks downstairs in the ground. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab some pressured conduit and I'm going to feed it all the way up there, and I will be right back. Okay, so we've got our pressurized fluid conduit. Hopefully it's enough to get up there. I think it is. So what we're going to do is we are going to, this is just a habit of mine. I don't think you really need to do it if you have pressurized fluid conduit, but I always put it at the lowest point. Like so. Let's do one more out this way so it doesn't reattach itself. Which isn't a big deal. You can always use your wrench to toggle where the pipes are attaching or not attaching, but just make my life a little bit easier. And yes, we want to go straight up this way. I'm not sure if the pipe will go with the torch. No, it won't. Okay. So keep going up. And we're gonna attach this straight to the tank, like so. And then what happens is I need to get back down there, so I'll just dig down. No big deal. Okay. So you can do this all kinds of ways. You can use redstone conduit and all that stuff. Can I get that? Damn it. XP tank? No, okay. Dig down right beside it. So what we're going to do is, right now I'm just going to leave it on all the time, just to show you what's going to happen. As soon as we turn this into activate all the time or ignore a redstone signal, it's going to shoot the XP straight up there into the shower head. And then as you can see, XP is falling out, and it's falling out from the shower head. Like so. And let's just go back down there, and my XP is getting filled up, and this is all from the mobs that we've been killing, and that is just a crazy amount of XP. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to build a switch, and I'm going to get rid of this button, put the switch there, shut her off. And that is craziness. So as long as our XP / item farm is running and these tanks are filling, we've got a source of XP. So this will come in handy for all kinds of things like the enchanting tables and things like that. And that's pretty much it. So it is toggleable. I don't know. However you say it. Okay, and then if we want to turn it on, just go like that, off, on. I'm sure you can work in some kind of pressure plate system. You can work in some kind of pressure plate system where as long as you stand here in front of the shower, then the shower will turn on. We don't need a drain, because we're not filling up the tanks, the XP farm is. And that's pretty much it. So now you have your XP shower, and you never have to worry about that again. Hope you enjoyed the episode. I will see you on the next one.